Have your nights become restless, no matter how tired you feel? Do you lie awake staring at the ceiling wondering why sleep no longer comes easily, like it used to? For many older adults, especially women in their 60s and beyond, sleep becomes a puzzle. And not just once in a while but night after night. The body feels worn, the mind begs for rest, but something keeps the sleep away. Tonight, let's gently explore why this happens. And more importantly, how simple changes, small steady habits, can help your body remember how to sleep again. These are not complicated fixes. No pills. No expensive tools. Just quiet shifts in your daily rhythm that slowly restore the balance your body still craves. Let's begin with something we often overlook. How close to bedtime we eat. Many people enjoy a full dinner in the evening, maybe even a little dessert before heading to bed. Feels comforting, but eating too late, especially large or rich meals, can confuse your body's natural wind-down process. Here's why. As bedtime nears, your core body temperature is supposed to drop. That cooling helps signal the brain that it's time to rest. But digestion raises your temperature, keeps your system active, busy. So instead of relaxing, your body stays alert. For some, that means tossing and turning. For others, it means falling asleep only to wake again an hour later, feeling heavy and unsettled. If that sounds familiar, try giving your body at least 2 to 3 hours between dinner and sleep. Keep evening meals light. Simple soups, soft vegetables, something gentle on your stomach. And if a little hunger comes before bed, a small banana, a few almonds, a warm mug of milk, that's often enough to soothe you without stirring your system. Now what about water? Staying hydrated is important, especially as we age. But drinking too much in the evening can be one of the most common and overlooked causes of poor sleep. Think about it. You lie down, you start to doze off, and then that gentle urge. You wake up, you shuffle to the bathroom, maybe more than once. Each time your body has to start over. And the older we get, the harder it becomes to fall back into deep sleep after waking. One way to help is by drinking steadily through the day, but easing off after dinner. Don't stop entirely. Just avoid large glasses of water or tea in the hours before bed. That way, your body stays nourished without waking you up. Another powerful habit is simply going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Now that might sound too basic to matter, but the human body has something called a circadian rhythm, an internal clock that thrives on regularity. When you go to sleep at different hours each night, that clock gets confused. It no longer knows when to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. And without that, you might lie in bed for hours, feeling tired but unable to rest. Even if your sleep the night before was poor, still wake up at your usual time. Even if you feel tempted to nap later, try to hold out until bedtime. Within days, sometimes weeks, your body will begin to realign. Let's also talk about something that many don't realize is essential: temperature. To fall into a deep, restful sleep, your core temperature needs to drop. That's a natural part of your body's sleep process. But if your bedroom is too warm, that drop doesn't happen the way it should. Experts suggest keeping the room between 60 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That might feel cool at first, but it helps your brain slow down, your muscles release, your breath deepen. Some women in their 60s or 70s notice they wake up in sweat, only to feel chilled moments later. Hormonal shifts can play a role. So can heavy blankets or heating systems set too high. To support better sleep, try layering your bedding. Use cotton or bamboo sheets. Keep a fan nearby or crack a window if it's safe to do so. Your body will thank you. Light and sound also play a powerful role in sleep, especially subtle ones. Even a small nightlight or the glow of a digital clock can interfere with melatonin. The same goes for sound. The brain stays alert to unexpected noises, even when you're asleep. If you live near a busy road or hear noises from neighbors, it's no wonder you wake up more often. One woman noticed she kept waking at 3 a.m., heart racing, unsure why. She later realized her neighbor's automatic sprinkler system turned on at that exact time each morning. Blackout curtains, eye masks, soft earplugs, or a steady white noise machine can all help protect your sleep environment. And if you like watching TV before bed, try switching to a book instead. Even 30 minutes away from screens can make a difference. Here's another shift that might feel counterintuitive. If you've been lying in bed awake for more than 20 or 30 minutes, get up. That's right. Don't stay in bed trying harder to sleep. Why? Because your brain is learning. If you lie awake night after night, your mind begins to associate the bed with frustration, not rest. And that makes sleep even harder the next night. Instead, rise slowly. Go to another quiet, dimly lit space. Sit in a chair. Read something gentle. Fold towels. Listen to soft music. The goal is to keep your body calm, without stimulating it. Only return to bed when your eyes feel heavy and your thoughts begin to slow. Over time, your brain will relearn. This bed is a place for sleep, not stress. Now here's something tender but deeply important. If you've had a bad night, don't blame yourself. So many older adults carry quiet guilt about their sleep. They think, maybe I stayed up too late. Or maybe I shouldn't have had that glass of wine. Or what's wrong with me that I can't sleep like I used to? But poor sleep doesn't mean you failed. Just means your body is changing. Some nights, even when you've done everything right, sleep might not come. That's okay. Rest can still happen. Even lying in the dark with your eyes closed and your breathing slow, your body is healing. Your heart is resting. Your brain is resetting. Be gentle with yourself. And remember, every night is a new chance. These small shifts may seem too simple to matter, but over time they build a rhythm. A quiet message to your body that it's safe. It's time. It can let go. And when you practice these patterns with patience, many older adults find that sleep returns. Not suddenly, not perfectly, but gently, gradually, sleep finds its way back. Still, sometimes, even with all these habits in place, sleep remains out of reach. And when that happens, it's not your fault either, because sometimes the reasons go deeper. And the solutions do too. Let's take a closer look at that next. And now that we've explored how body temperature, caffeine, alcohol, and stress might be quietly interfering with our rest, let's go even deeper. There's another silent intruder that often goes unnoticed. Daytime napping. Naps can be wonderfully refreshing, but if they're too long or too late in the day, they can throw off your internal clock. A short nap of about 20 to 30 minutes, earlier in the afternoon, might actually help recharge your mind without interfering with your nighttime sleep. But a 2-hour nap at 5 p.m.? That can confuse your body into thinking it's already had its rest. An elderly gentleman, living alone in Arizona, used to take long afternoon naps because he felt exhausted after lunch. At night, he couldn't fall asleep until past 2 a.m. This pattern made him feel groggy and irritable every morning. His doctor suggested a shorter, timed nap earlier in the day. Within 2 weeks, his nighttime sleep improved dramatically. His energy returned, not just physically but emotionally. So if you feel drawn to nap, that's okay. Just time it wisely. Set a gentle alarm. Rest in a chair rather than your bed. Treat it like a mini reset, not a second sleep. Now let's talk about light. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to how much and what kind of light we're exposed to. Morning sunlight is your best friend. It tells your brain, wake up. It's a new day. That message helps reset your body's internal clock. But in the evening, bright lights, especially from screens, send the opposite message. They confuse your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to wind down. A woman in her late 60s once described her struggle falling asleep. She didn't understand why she felt wired at 10 p.m., even though her body felt tired. The answer? She had taken up online puzzles every evening right before bed on her tablet. That blue light kept her brain alert. When she switched to a dim reading lamp and paper books, her eyes grew naturally sleepy within 30 minutes. No pills, no tricks, just a change in light. Try stepping into the morning sun for 10 to 15 minutes each day. Then as evening comes, soften your surroundings. Use warm lights. Put your screens to sleep before you do. Now, we can't talk about sleep without mentioning medications. So many older adults are prescribed medications for blood pressure, heart issues, pain, or even mood. But what's not always explained is that some of these drugs can directly interfere with your sleep cycle. They may cause vivid dreams, make you wake frequently, or prevent you from falling into deep sleep at all. Take, for example, a retired teacher who couldn't understand why she was waking up 5 times a night. She thought it was age. But her geriatrician reviewed her prescriptions and noticed one new addition: a beta blocker for her heart. It's a very helpful medication, but one known to disrupt sleep for some people. They adjusted the dosage and timing, and her nights improved significantly. If your sleep has changed recently, and you've also started or changed any medications, don't hesitate to ask your doctor. It's not about stopping necessary treatments. It's about finding the rhythm that works best for your body at this stage of life. Let's move gently now into the environment where you sleep, your bedroom. Over time we grow used to things. A ticking clock, a noisy street, a mattress that's just slightly too firm. But these subtle discomforts can add up and silently sabotage your rest. Imagine a woman living in a small apartment near the city center. She had lived there for years, and the distant traffic had become background noise, until her doctor asked about it. She hadn't realized how often sirens or horns woke her just as she was drifting off. With a simple white noise machine and blackout curtains, she created a sleep sanctuary. Within days, she was sleeping deeper and waking more refreshed than she had in years. Look around your room. Is your bed truly comfortable? Is the temperature right, not too warm, not too cold? Do you feel safe, calm, and at peace when you lie down? Sometimes a few small changes like switching to softer sheets, dimming the lighting, or moving a ticking clock can make all the difference. And here's one more powerful area that often gets overlooked: your nighttime routine. What do the last 30 minutes of your day look like? Are they filled with emails, television, and stimulation? Or do they feel quiet, like a slow descent into sleep? The body responds beautifully to rituals. A warm cup of non-caffeinated tea, soft music, gentle stretches, a few lines in a journal. These aren't just calming, they're signals to the brain. It's time to rest. One older woman created a bedtime ritual that included brushing her hair slowly, listening to a favorite song from her youth, and placing a few drops of lavender oil near her pillow. She called it "my gentle goodbye to the day." It didn't just help her sleep better. It made her feel more grounded, more whole. If you haven't already, consider creating your own ritual. It doesn't have to be long, just needs to feel yours. And finally, let's talk about something both delicate and profound: grief and loneliness. For many older adults, sleep becomes harder not because of physical discomfort, but because of the silence of the night. Memories come, regrets surface, worries creep in, and the bed, once a place of comfort, feels too quiet, too empty. A widowed man once shared that he dreaded bedtime, not because he wasn't tired, but because the stillness reminded him of who wasn't beside him anymore. Sleep didn't come easy, but he found solace in writing letters to his late wife before bed. Not to dwell, but to release, to speak, to connect. And slowly, the nights became less heavy. If your heart carries grief, know that you're not alone. And know that sleep will return, not as an escape but as a gentle companion. Sometimes speaking to a friend, a counselor, or even keeping a small journal beside your bed can help ease what words can't say during the day. So now let's gently gather all these threads. Better sleep isn't about chasing perfection. It's about understanding the body you live in today, the life you've lived, the emotions you carry, and giving yourself permission to rest, to heal, to let go. You don't need fancy gadgets or expensive sleep programs. What you need most is kindness, to yourself, to your changing needs, and to the rhythm of your nights. If any part of today's video spoke to you, take one small step tonight. Maybe open your window to feel the air. Maybe close your eyes 10 minutes earlier. Maybe write down one thought you want to release before sleep. And when you do, know that thousands of others just like you are doing the same. Let's turn sleep from a nightly battle into a quiet reunion, with peace, with healing, and with ourselves. If this video brought you comfort or clarity, I'd love for you to share it with someone you care about. You never know who's lying awake tonight, wishing for exactly these words. And if you've discovered something that helped you sleep better, even in a small way, please share it in the comments. Your experience could be someone else's turning point. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like more gentle, practical guidance like this. Thank you for spending this time with me. May your night be soft and your sleep deep.